Thanks very much. I'm between you and the drinks, so I'll try to make this as comfortable as possible. I want to introduce to you one of the ideas that we had over the last 4 days, actually, together with Jurian, sitting about brainstorming how to incorporate games into acute healthcare, actually. And not only acute healthcare, but acute healthcare where people themselves can help. Let me give you a bit of a perspective first. Could you tell me who of you are doctors in this audience, please? That makes about 5, I think. Thank you. Management? So that's good, so we can talk about them later on. Game developers? Go figure. Healthcare IT? Right? And who of you is invited because he or she is a patient? So that's strange, isn't it? We got a conference about healthcare and nobody is invited because he or she is a patient. Just for that, last April at our TEDx conference, we ignited the Patients Included Act, actually. And what we did is that we tried to convince conference organizers over the course of the next year to incorporate patients in their program committee, in their advisory board, on stage. It's about them, isn't it? Luckily, a lot of conferences follow our example already, like Stanford, Harvard, TEDx in Washington, and TEDx Maastricht, of course, and I think next year, Jurian. Together we work about that very hard to get that fixed already. I would like to tell you a bit about stuff that's happening in Silicon Valley at Singularity University, where people think about the role of exponential technology in society. So that's about solar energy, it's about nanotechnology, but it's also about healthcare. And one of the tracks, run by Daniel Kraft, is the FutureMed. And in that, we think about how technology could incorporate and help people actually to get better health, get better healthcare, and better lives. I would like to show and share with you a very small video on one of the teams, one of the 80 teams that's running for the X Prize, which is a prize of $10 million, actually, for that group that fits a doctor into a smartphone. And the reason I'm showing you this is to give you a little bit of preview about what healthcare is about in like 10, 15 years. Since you guys trying to set up serious games and applied games for healthcare should know that one of the biggest change in healthcare is coming to about, which will be patients participatory in their own health and healthcare. Only 2% of the video I'm showing to you is not possible yet, and I'm dying to hear from you what that would be. Geluid aan misschien?
Technology has given us an unprecedented window into the human body. But on a day-to-day
I love it when technology works. Geluid misschien?
We are changing that. What if instead of fearing the worst,
Kun je je microfoon bij houden?
you could identify the condition yourself?
Als je je microfoon bij houdt, dan doe ik hem even opnieuw.
Technology has given us an unprecedented window into the human body.
Kan niet harder?
But on a day-to-day basis, we're still in the dark about our own health. We are changing that.
You okay? Do you feel okay?
What if instead of fearing the worst when you notice something out of the ordinary, you could identify the condition yourself? Getting the right diagnosis would save you worry
It says it's roseola.
and an unnecessary doctor's visit.
Rest at home. It's okay.
Instead of hearing about a viral outbreak on the news, imagine you got an alert that was tailored to your family's needs. It would also give you advice about what to do next. What if you had a way to identify what was wrong right away?
It says it's 103.8.
A way to get all of the information you need to understand the situation. And in serious cases, you would know when and where to seek help.
It recommends taking it to urgent care.
We're building a way for people to check their bodies as often as they check their email. It's all possible. And it's only the beginning.
I think you can imagine what this means, showing this to an audience of 800 doctors in the audience. What, in your opinion, is not possible at present that has been shown in this video? Anybody? Yes, sir. Yeah, okay, that's a barrier. But it's possible, though. Okay, great. Somebody else? Love and understanding. I love that one. Thank you. Well, it's all possible. The temperature on distance is possible. The urine analysis is possible. I can book more easily a flight back and forth to Boston on my smartphone than making an appointment in my own hospital, actually, since that's the only problem at present. It's running very fast at high level. I can show you on a distance making an EKG, and I got a little video to show it on the big screen for you. On this little device, which is just an unprepped iPhone, making a 1-lead EKG that within 10 seconds is possible for viewing by my colleague at my university medical hospital. And maybe that's the key issue that I want to share with you. People want to do stuff themselves. People are looking for that in e-health. People are looking to find their electronic medical records to make their own decisions. And that's one of the key things that is changing in healthcare. So how could we change this for the better, for instance, for acute healthcare? Just like Rick already said, there's a lot of people out there, almost 300 people suffering from heart attack every week. That's about 15,000 people in the Netherlands alone. 1 in 1,000 people. Only 10 to 20% survive if this is outside the hospital. And there's an increase in survival rate, about 50 to 70%, if a shock with these apparatus that you see at these airports, given an electrical shock, is being issued to a lot of these patients. Not everybody, but a lot. And in 75% of all cases, there's a bystander. Might it be the partner, 35%, or somebody who's just passing by, seeing this happening. So this is one of the AEDs. There's a lot of brands, obviously, for that. And all of you have navigation in their car, most of you even in your smartphone. And you can easily find and discover any hotel, gas station, maybe even McDonald's, talking about lifestyle. But where is the nearest AED? Nobody knew. There wasn't a system worldwide nor nationwide that collected these data. So I assumed that the manufacturers of these apparatus knew, but they didn't. So nobody had these data for that. And maybe somebody on the floor here upstairs is dying because nobody knows that one of these apparatus is just below in the lounge. So what we did, we made some applications for iPhones, Androids, with Layer, BlackBerry, Windows. And we've collected already over 17,500 AEDs in the Netherlands alone, and the apps are being downloaded over 180,000 times. So this is what it looks like a bit. Are we satisfied? No, we don't. We have collected over 17,000 apparatus, and we haven't got the slightest idea how many there are in the Netherlands. The estimates run from 25,000 to up to 80,000 actually. And this is the biggest database on the world. So what we are trying to achieve here is to blow it a bit up and make it bigger. And what better way to do this on a conference like this than to do this with a game? So I would like to announce to you Electromons, which is a joint venture, so to speak. It's a non-profit, obviously. Together with Games for Health, Little Chicken, Dichtbij, which is a hyperlocal website from the Telegraaf in the Netherlands, and Layer, to make over the course of the next weeks and months a serious game for this. And I would like to invite Janis from Little Chicken to talk to you a bit more about the ins and outs of this application.
Hello. Well, thank you all for listening. I'll try to explain the concept to you. Well, 2 elements were really important for us with this concept. First of all, we would like it to be mobile. Can I get the screen back on? It had to be mobile because, yeah, you were out on the streets, you see one of these AED machines, you actually want to register it. And second of all, it had to be about collecting these machines, but more importantly, to add a fun factor, to collect these little monsters. What we thought, inside of each and every one of these AED machines lives a little monster with a heart. And you have to collect as much as possible, basically, to grow a gang and to expand a gang and basically discover and register as much of these machines as possible. And you do that by starting locally in your own neighborhood, and you can actually form a gang of these little monsters and actually trade them with your friends and expand on that. And in this way, we hope to achieve a certain incentive for each and every participant to register as much of these AEDs as possible and save lives, basically. And that's, in short, it's still very rough and early concept, and we would like you all to think along with us. And that's, in short, the game for it. Electromons. Thank you.